Hey guys, I'm Ava, and let's talk about Pokemon. So today, I'm going to be talking about the 10 most expensive cards that have come out this year in the English TCG. So that's so far in 2021. And I'm going to be including every set from Shining Fates up until Evolving Skies, as well as any promo cards that have come out this year. And in fact, there's one that has made it into the top 10 list, which is shocking to me considering it's a promo card. I wanted to talk about cards that have come out this year because they're all relatively accessible. They're things that you can open in packs where you aren't going to be having to pay ridiculous premiums for vintage packs, and these are things that you can reasonably get this year. Even if they're very expensive, there's still a chance of you getting them. So I thought these would be really interesting to look at because they're cards that we can all get. And I was really surprised by the results, especially number 10, so let's get right into it. Number 10 is actually the Gold Secret Rare Snorlax from Chilling Reign, which is going for a whopping $95. I was honestly shocked by this because these Gold Secret Rares do not normally go for this much, and especially because it's Snorlax, I just wasn't expecting it. However, I suppose it's understandable because it is a Gold Secret Rare shiny version of a pretty iconic Pokemon, and so I guess that's why it's on this list. It's personally not in my top 10 favorites, though I can understand why it did make it into the top 10 list. Number 9 is actually another card from Chilling Reign, and it is the alternate art Galarian Moltres V, and that card is currently going for $100. This card I think really deserves its spot on the list. Not only does it look amazing, but it's also good for the TCG, given that it's a dark and it's able to fuel itself from the discard pile. It really synergizes with the Eternatus, so it's pretty good on both fronts. It looks amazing and is also the highest rarity of a very useful card in the TCG. Number 8 is our first but not last card from Evolving Skies, and that is the Glaceon V Max. The alt art is currently going for around $100 as well, so it ties with the Moltres. I don't think it's surprising to anyone to see this card on the list. The alt arts from Evolving Skies are super popular, and it's also the newest set, so they're going to be a bit more expensive than other sets that have been out for a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple months this dropped below the Moltres or even the Snorlax slightly. It's just got a lot of hype right now because it's part of the newest set. That being said, it is still number 8, and it is a gorgeous card, so I see why it's on this list. In 7th place, we have my personal chase card from Evolving Skies, which is the alt art Sylveon VMAX. I think this card is gorgeous. It showcases a few really amazing Pokemon on it, including Eevee, so I think it's a perfect card for Evolving Skies. And I think the Sylveon just looks amazing. I'm personally really hoping to pull it, and this card's currently going for about $110. The same thing with the Glaceon. I think it might get a little bit cheaper in the next couple of months. However, I think that even at $110, I can understand the price for it, so I think it's definitely deserving of 7th place on this list. In 6th place, we have our third card from Evolving Skies, which is the alt art Rayquaza V, which is currently going for $115. Honestly, I was surprised by this. I was expecting this card to go for more, just based off of what we've seen from the Japanese TCG. Normally, English cards are a bit more expensive. However, from my understanding, the pull rates in Blue Sky Stream, the Japanese set, which the Rayquaza came from, were a lot lower, so that's why the V and the VMAX are going for a bit more in the Japanese TCG than they are in the English, even though that's not normally the case. I think this card looks amazing. I think it looks better than the VMAX. However, because it's not as rare and because it's not the VMAX, it's going for a bit less, but it's still a very expensive card. And I think that this will continue to be a really collectible card for the long term. And that basically goes for any card on this list, aside from maybe the Moltres and the Snorlax. I think those ones are slightly less collectible long term. In 5th place, we have our third card from Chilling Reign, and this is the alternate art Blaziken VMAX, which is currently going for $125. This card is gorgeous. I can see exactly why it's going for so much, and it is the most expensive card in Chilling Reign, and so it's the final one on this list. I think that this card just stands out so much more than the Moltres or the other alternate arts from Chilling Reign, in my opinion, because it looks so distinctive, and the art is just so unique and vibrant, and you have the martial arts theme going with the Blaziken, so I think it really suits the Blaziken, whereas the other cards' alternate art forms weren't necessarily super suitable to what they were, although they looked very good. Number 4 is our first and only card from Shining Fates, which is the Charizard from that set. Obviously, this card's going to be expensive, and I'm not surprised to see it on this list. I am, however, surprised that it's the only card from Shining Fates. It really goes to show that compared to Hidden Fates, it's a bit lackluster. Yes, there's the Charizard, and there are a lot of other great cards in it, but it just doesn't have the same density of amazing cards that Hidden Fates did, and I can see why Shining Fates has also become a lot cheaper than it initially was, just because it really doesn't have that many amazing chase cards in it. Surprisingly, the Charizard is only going for about $150 now, and you can see that all of the Charizards that have came out recently have dropped so much in price after release just because they were so overhyped to begin with. However, I think long term this card will continue to go up like all Charizard cards do, so I'm not surprised to see it on this list. However, I am honestly surprised that's the only Charizard on this list. I guess it's the only one that really came out in 2021 that was a big chase card, because you have to remember that Champion's Path was in 2020. So this is the only one from 2021 so far that we've had that's a huge chase card. And in third place, we have the most surprising card on the list to me, which is Special Delivery Bidoof. It is currently going for $200. And this is just insane to me because it is a promo card. I know that it's highly desirable and it was hard to get, but that's just so expensive to me. The way you had to get this card, if you didn't know, was you had to already be signed up for emails from the Pokemon Center, and they sent out some promo codes in waves to people who were signed up for that. They've already given out all the promo cards, so there won't be any more given away. And that's why at this point the supply for this card is basically stable. So it might get cheaper just if the hype dies down a little bit. However, there won't be more coming into circulation like for these other cards because these are new sets, so they'll be opened up more and more. I can see a world in which this costs $200. However, I'm not really glad to be part of that world. I will not be buying this card most likely just because it's so expensive for what it is. There are so many other great cards that you could get for $200. And in second place, surprising nobody, is the alternate art Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies. This card is gorgeous and it's currently going for $220. I can't believe how expensive it is considering how many other chase cards there are in Evolving Skies. There's just so much value in Evolving Skies. It's really crazy to me. I think it's an amazing set and it's my favorite set of the year. And I can understand why it's $220. However, I think the price will go down like we've seen with all the other chase cards. We've seen the Rainbow Pikachu, all of the Charizards, all those cards have gone down a lot in price, and I think there's nothing that will stop this Umbreon from doing the same. Especially because there's so many other good cards in Evolving Skies. As people open it up more and more, there are going to be a lot more of these cards in circulation, so I think the prices will go down. That said, our number 1 card is also from Evolving Skies. It is our 5th card on this list, so it really shows how much Evolving Skies dominates, and that is the Rayquaza VMAX alternate art. It's currently going for $255, which is much less than I was expecting given how much the Japanese TCG equivalent is going for. Last I checked, the Rayquaza VMAX from Blue Sky Stream was going for around $700. I was honestly expecting the English one to go for more. However, when I looked it up more, it does appear that the pull rates in Evolving Skies are much better, so that explains that. It's still such an expensive card, and there are so many expensive cards that have come out so far this year, and we still have so many more that are going to come out. We have Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike, which might be the largest Pokemon set ever. I'm so excited for Fusion Strike to come out. I love Mew. He's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I think there are going to be so many amazing cards in that just because of how many great cards have come out in the Japanese TCG this year that still haven't come out in English. They're going to have to pack those into Fusion Strike. Otherwise, just based off of previous trends we've seen with the Japanese TCG, they're not going to come to English. So Fusion Strike is probably going to be a massive set, and I'm super excited for it. I think there's going to be so much to pull there. I think it's going to be great to open. So I think that by the end of this year, we won't see this list being dominated by Evolving Skies, where half the cards in this list are from Evolving Skies. I think we're going to see a lot more cards from Celebrations, and even more so probably from Fusion Strike, which I'm very excited for. So I think I'll definitely have to update this list at the end of this year. But as it stands, these are the most expensive cards that have come out this year. And the top 3 of them are all over $200, which is insane for cards that have come out this year. That's not the norm. However, just with the way the hobby is right now, everything has become so expensive, but there's also just been so many great products to come out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.